Good morning. Welcome to the Aim Alt Living channel. Today I'm going to be going over the benefits and the downsides about having windows in your van as well as not having windows in your van. So during my build, I am going to be making a few videos going over the process of making decisions and why I made certain decisions to hopefully help you make the right choices for you during your build. So if you are someone that is new to van life or is considering van life and wants some insights on how to make van life sustainable for you, you can subscribe and click the bell to get notified about upcoming videos. So I do feel like having windows in your van is definitely a personal preference and has to go into a lot of why you are doing van life. So take a second and think about why you're going into van life and the reasons behind it and what you hope to get out of it, because that'll really come into play with choosing if you want windows or not to have windows in your van, or what type of windows you want to have in your van. All right, so now that you have in mind what you want out of van life, I'm going to be sharing the pros and cons about not having windows in your van, and then I'll be sharing the pros and cons about having windows in your van. So not having any windows in your van would mean that you don't have to worry about people looking in your van. You can have a little bit more privacy, so that if you're going to be in a city, you don't have to worry about people being able to see inside your van as much or see the items inside your van as much. And then you can also better insulate your van because you don't have to worry about a window being there and having the heat seep out of the window. What you can do is insulate your van there and have a better barrier in between you and the outside. Now, the two cons that I can really think of for having no windows in your van is you don't get as many beautiful views from inside your van. You would have to either open the doors or go outside of your van, which may not be a problem if you're not going to be spending as much time in the van. And then you don't get as much airflow either. So say you're going to be inside your van and it's raining or it's a really hot day, you would have to open up your doors as well to get that airflow through the van. You couldn't just open up a window and have it pull through as well. So there's some factors to consider there. So just keep in mind what you want out of van life and what you're kind of thinking your purposes are, and if you're going to be okay with having your doors open or if you really want to be able to open a window. Now that I've covered the pros and the cons about having no windows in your van, I'm going to be covering the pros and cons about having windows in your van. So some of the huge pros that I can see is you get a lot more airflow in the van. So on a hot day, you can open up your windows and cool off your van, or on a really rainy day, you can open up your windows and control the humidity that way. So it's not going to be as humid in the van and it can be a lot more comfortable to be in. And then you'll also get a lot more beautiful views out of your van so that you can be inside and enjoying and looking outside. So if you do like a day inside to recover or just a day to yourself, it can make it a lot more enjoyable inside your van as well. Now, some of the huge cons that I can see with having windows in your van is you do get a lot less privacy. So if you are worried about people being able to see inside your van or seeing the items inside your van, you can put up window coverings, but that is something that could potentially be a problem for you. It'll also be harder to insulate your van from the outside because the windows are going to be a weak point. Even if you put reflectants up, it's still going to be seeping heat inside or out of your van. So just keep that in mind. Having windows on could also be potentially a lot less stealthy, especially if you have those ones where you cut holes in the side of your van. They do make your van look like a RV or a camper a lot more than, say, some pop-out windows on the back of your van. So just keep in mind what types of windows you're looking at as well, because cutting holes in the side of your van can also be a big thing too. It's definitely a very permanent thing that you're going to be doing to your van. So just keep in mind really what you want out of van life and what choices are going to be right for you and what's going to make you feel comfortable when you're living in a van. So now that you guys know the benefits and the downsides of having both windows and no windows in your van, I hope that made the decision easier for you guys. And let me know by liking this video if it did. Also, if you guys have any comments about something that I missed or something that you would have liked to see covered, definitely put that down in the comments as well. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I will personally be actually adding some windows to my van. If you don't remember, my van didn't have any windows in it, so I'm going to be changing out my doors and adding some pop-out windows to my van. So I will be having a series about that. I will link it here. I will be coming out with the first video next Friday, so if you guys are seeing this on the day this video released, it'll be a week from today, and I will be doing a series on that and how I'm going to be changing that over. So if you guys want to do a similar thing, you guys can follow that there. So if you guys want to get notified for upcoming videos, subscribe and hit the bell, and I will see you guys in the next one.